job, bro. You still got it.
A little bit, a little something. Hey man, you still got it. You still got that good defense. Thank you for the lesson.
Thank you. Oh, listen. Yeah.
So today, another episode of Spar Talk with myself. DJ Miniats and my brother over here.
Mr. Blacknificent Taj Abdul Hakim.
So today we have another friend of us,
Yeah.
Mr. Samir Ahmed, aka the Sultan.
Yeah. This man is an Olympic boxer, multiple world champion in Sanda kickboxing, and pro MMA fighter, MMA champion, and he's been sparring partners for people like Alex Pereira, who's the 2-division champion in the UFC. World champion, one of the best in the
Sparring
world.
with like your top 10 favorite UFC fighters.
Yeah.
He's just a beast.
Yeah,
he's
man.
just a beast. So
Oh, my goodness.
we're back at the WTF, the World Train Fight gym, and let's go.
Yep.
Let's go to see Samir.
Yep.
Okay, another episode. Boom.
Hey everybody, welcome to Spar Talk. Today we're here with brother Ahmed Samir right here. How you doing, brother?
Good, brother. How are you?
Good. Good to see you. Now, the last time we saw each other was at Ring of Combat, and basically, I had just won the championship, right? I won a welterweight championship, right? I got in there, took my time and all that, right? He's a good guy, good fighter. I knock him out. I think it was like a minute, maybe 2 minutes or something like that, right? I go back in the room. And mind you, in the dressing room, we had saw each other and everything, you know, we were chatting it up and everything, you know? And then, so I have fought, right? And then I knocked the guy out and I'm like, oh man, it was an amazing feeling. I'm happy, you know what I'm saying? Got my first professional championship and all of that. I got back, right? I see him, he's going up right after me. So I was like, okay, cool, do your thing, da-da-da, whatever, right? Yo, I got back to the dressing room. Tell me how, I don't even have all my stuff off yet. I see this man walking back down the steps. I hear a crowd, but then I heard this man walking down the steps. I said, what happened, man? Tell me what happened.
It was actually was my first MMA fight, and they put me to fight for 185 pounds belt.
Yeah.
They wanted to use like my background as a boxer.
Yeah.
I was 13 and all.
Yeah.
And they wanted to use it. I was like, okay, he's a boxer, he's gonna lose. They put me into fight for the belt. I said, okay. So actually, I had a really good preparation.
Yeah.
I was like, but when I went there, the fight finished like 12 seconds.
He won his first MMA fight in 12 seconds by knockout. Let's watch it in slow motion. Right punch, left kick. Using Sugar Ray Leonard's signature by distracting his opponent with his right hand and landing a strong left, knocking him out, finishing him until the ref stopped the fight.
12 seconds.
Yeah.
Now, when I say like 2 or 3 minutes, what I mean is his walkout time, the guy's walkout time, the introductions, and me. And again, I'm downstairs. I'm talking to my family, my team, and all of that stuff. And when he comes back down, I'm completely confused. I'm like, what happened? And he don't look like he lost. So I said, oh, he must have did some damage or something. I had no idea about your actual background and everything like that. So speaking of your background, you got into Sanda first, correct?
No, so I I did karate, and after I did Sanda. That was my first sport.
Right.
But
how'd you get into Sanda?
my cousin, my older cousin.
Right.
I was looking up to him. He was doing it.
Yep.
And after I was begging him, take me young, take me young. I was like, so he took me and I start training.
Right.
And, you know, like, I didn't continue because, like, Sanda was not popular yet.
Yeah.
I always wanted to box. This was my dream, is like boxing, you know, I need to box. I start when I was 12 years old.
Right.
And I started in this really small gym.
Yeah.
I was not allowed even to go there. Your father have to be working for this company to go to go to this boxing gym.
Yeah.
It's a really nice gym, and there was a lot of fighters, different ages. And every time I go, the trainer say we cannot take you, and I leave.
Yeah.
And I come back, I say I just want to sit and watch.
Yeah.
So I keep seeing me every week coming to watch, and it's like, okay, you know what, come and train. I'm like, yeah, sure. After 2 weeks, I was sparring and like hurting people. I was like, oh, this kid is good. So I start like training.
You're still 12 around this age?
Yeah, I was like 12, 13.
Were you beating up grown men?
Yes, actually. I used to spar with older guys, and he used to try to beat me. I was like, what's going on with this kid? Like, he keep going, he keep coming back. Like, what's going on? It means he try, like, when we go running.
Yeah.
Like, I used to run with them, and they were annoyed by me. It's like, why is this kid, like, keeping up with us? Like, they keep trying to make me, like, you know, get tired, but I know I keep going. Even when we spar, sometimes they hit me in my body hard, so I can't give up. I was like, no, I keep going. I was like, oh, where is this kid coming from? They were really annoyed by me, but after, you know, they accept me, you know, they start loving me and like taking care of me.
Yeah.
Like, I was blessed, you know, I had really good guys around me. They were helping me, you know, but by force. Like, I had to force him to respect me and respect all my brothers. Like, he wanted, he's hungry to do it. So.
Yeah, man.
So I was 13, around 13, and I start, like, you know, but I didn't have really support from my family.
Okay.
You know, like, my father didn't want me to box.
Oh, nobody?
No.
So what kind of path did they want for you to be? Like doctor, engineer type of thing?
No, they want me to focus on my education.
Okay.
It's like, oh, boxing is not a good future. It's not gonna help you doing anything.
Yeah, that's the usual story with fighters.
Yeah, and I grew up in a really poor neighborhood. It was not, you know.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, they want the best for you.
Yeah.
But like, my father, I was asking him to finish my paperwork. He's like, please finish my paperwork so I can fight in this tournament.
Right.
I told him, yes, I will come to you. But he was always worried about me to get hurt.
Yeah.
And he was worried about my future. So so I'm like, he wouldn't come. And I'm like, I cannot go to the tournament. And I'm like crying, standing in the school all day for him just to get a paper from the school.
Oh, he had permission.
And he doesn't come. And I'm like, you know, but from his worry, like, he was worrying so much about me.
He loved you and he cared about you. He don't want you to get hurt and get messed up and
Yeah, so like,
so you mentioned coming from a rough neighborhood over there. Did you fight a lot coming up?
Yeah, it was a lot. Like,
even before boxing, before training?
Because I was not allowed to go outside from the house, because my neighborhood is like, all the kids cursing, smoking, like, you know, so, like most of the kids, you know, doing drugs, whatever. Like, my neighborhood was really rough.
Yeah.
So every time I go out, I was not friends with everyone. So I start fighting with everyone. Everyone is like picking on me. I'm like, okay, you walk in, people saying, like, playing, joking, making fun of you. Like, oh, what do you want? And we start fighting. And I grow up in a family house.
Yes.
Like, my aunts, my cousins.
Yep.
And I had a lot of girls I have to protect. So I'm like, everyone is bothering the girls. I'm standing in the balcony waiting for a fight.
Yep.
You know, I cannot go outside. I'm standing, like, looking, anyone bothers him, I go outside, why? And I start fighting.
Right.
It was really rough.
Yeah.
So I think boxing, or fighting, took me away from all of this.
Yeah.
It was really good for me.
Yeah.
You know, for my head.
Would you say that it calmed you down?
Calm me down. Like, I used to be in trouble.
Yeah.
Like, always fighting. I always thinking about fighting all the time.
Yeah.
Like, in the school, in high school, like, I'm always, you know, like, I used to save my money. Like, we did not really have money. I used to save my money just to buy a boxing magazine.
Yeah.
And I did not even have a glue. I used to do it, like, with a flour and water.
Oh,
yeah.
you used to do like the yeah.
Cutting all the pictures from the magazine, and my mom, like, we used to share the room, me and my brother and sister. We were like 2 bedroom and 5 kids. And so it was really rough. So I used to put it. I was like, why all this blood and this like broken faces and like blood everywhere? Why are you putting this in the walls? This doesn't look good. It's not good for you to have all this blood everywhere. I'm like, but I used to save my money.
Right.
For like 2 weeks, and I tell the guy, please, don't sell this magazine. I'm gonna buy it from you. And you know, like the guy start feeling sorry for me. So give me a discount. Give me like. I used to put like all the fighters, Prince Nassim.
I was about to ask you about who were, because that was probably one of the ones I was going to ask about. But who were your influences at that age, you know, to be a boxer?
Okay, so the start was, I never went to a movie theater when I was a kid. So I'm like, I didn't have any experience in a movie theater.
Right.
So my uncle said, hey, I'm taking you all to a movie theater with the kids. So I went. That was a Rocky movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. Like, so we were sitting in the movie theater and you know, the lights goes off to start the movie. And I'm like, in front of everyone, I was like, oh my God, I have a bad luck. The light went off. The day I'm watching a movie. And all the kids, they're still making fun of me. It's like, remember when we went to the movie theater and the light went off? So it was Rocky, and I was like so impressed, and like I'm like, okay, I need to fight. I need to start fighting. Like with Rocky, like this is one of the best movies that ever came. I was like, oh, I need to fight.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna start fighting, and you know, after I watched Gladiator too. Gladiator, the old movie for Cuba Gooding Jr. was the boxing movie about was really old movie. I had the smallest TV, you know the car TV. This is what we used to have.
The little. I think it was like what? Like 8 inch.
I was watching. My sister told her, please, if I sleep, you have to wake me up. You know, we used to have 2 channels, and you know, she wake me up like 12 a.m. It's like, hey, wake up, the movie's on. I'm like, I watch it, and you know. And I saw Cuba Gooding Jr. and I hang out with him here. I was like, you know, you inspire me to fight. Like, I watch you on the smallest screen.
I hung out with him one time.
Yeah, it's fun. He's a really nice guy.
A party that this guy here was DJing. Samir was DJing right here.
He's fun. Like he's a fun guy. I hang out with him. Like, and I told him, man, you are my inspiration. You know.
That goes to show you that no matter, you know, how disadvantaged someone is, something like that, if they really, really, really want to do something and they're really motivated, you're not really going to let anything really stop you like that.
No, if someone like wants something, man, and they go for it, they will do it.
Yeah.
Like I came from this poor neighborhood.
Right.
There's no support from my family at all. Like for me to fight, I used to cry. Crying like non-stop. Just let me go one day to the gym. And my mom say no. And my dad say no. He's like, no, your dad is gonna like go crazy if he comes home and you're not there. I used to go to the gym, come back, get beat up. He's like, why are you so late? I was like, because it's so far the gym. And I'm like, my friend talked me with him. I'm like, but you know what? Like, it is what it is, man. Like, if you really want something, you can do. Like, I came from no support, really poor family, and I'm in New York. You know.
So, you know, I read somewhere that you became #1 in Egypt, right? And then #3 in all of Africa, right?
No, number one.
Number one in Africa. Excuse me. My apologies.
I took a gold medal in African Games.
Okay.
Like 2 African championships I won.
Yeah. So, did all of these fights happen in Egypt, or in Qatar, or like what other places did you fight? Other places?
Tunisia. I took first place in the Arab like a senior.
So all northern Africa.
Algeria.
Anything Central or West Africa?
No, I fought in Morocco, Algeria. Tunisia.
Oh, okay.
But like 3-4 times Tunisia, so even 4 times in Algeria, 3-4 times, you know, like Morocco. So I fought all over. All over the Arab country and African countries. I fought in Dubai. I fought in
what was your favorite
Jordan.
country? Jordan, okay, cool. What was your favorite country to compete in?
To compete in? Tunisia was like. Algeria too.
Why?
It was my first like a big win, and I was so happy. You know, like because everyone was doubting me, and I fought heavyweight, and everyone was like, "Oh, he's not gonna make it." Even closest people to me, they were talking like, "Oh, he's not gonna make it. He's so small heavyweight." And you know, in Africa, you know, like everyone is huge, man. Like in African games, I was fighting a guy from Congo. I was not even half him.
Yeah, like man, the Congolese and the
Senegalese are huge, man. Like, huge. This guy, like,
they're getting into MMA now.
Yeah, I know.
And they used to do Lam and Luta
and African
stuff like
African wrestling.
Yeah, I think it's Lam and Luta, and there's another one, but they're moving over
really,
into
really rough. Yeah.
So I want to see
Senegal now.
What's his name? Ruru. The guy named Ruru. He's in ONE FC now. He's in ONE FC. He's a wrestler.
He's
huge heavyweight.
The way Rug is circling to his right when Schmid starts coming at him, but now he's putting the hands on Swiss.
Big uppercut, right cross, uppercuts again from Rug. House on fire here in the first round, and Schmid's in trouble.
Man, look at these paws that Rube Marcaine is putting on Schmid right now.
And he's he's not even the biggest one.
No. He's like thick, you know. But he's not tall, but he's huge.
So I'm actually really interested to see what people from the Congo and Senegal are gonna bring to MMA because of their background.
I think they are good materials. Like, they are really rough. They're really strong. You just need a good direction.
And
good training.
Yes.
You know, I think they can take over.
That reminds me, I got to give a special shout out to my judo coach, Sensei David Osoge. What he did was he built his school up here, and then what he did was he in America, and he just built African top team in Nigeria. And he has a big facility there and stuff like that. They do MMA, judo, boxing, kickboxing, MMA, and stuff like that. But that just reminded me of that, you know. He's trying to bring the continent over into MMA and all of that stuff.
Yeah, all Africa now is improving. They bring in like Cuban trainers, like Russian trainers from all over. Like, they're improving, like, you know, a lot of Arab countries too. They're doing great. Like Jordan, they're killing it in boxing. They have like what's it called? Asian champion, like in Asia. Like you have like a world champion ranked like #1 and #2 in the world. They like bring in all the like Russian and Ukrainian. They're doing amazing.
Let's change gears a little bit. So you had all of the success. You were the best in the country, best in the continent. You fought in all these Arab countries. You had, I don't know how many fights you had at the time, but I was gonna ask how many times you were fighting. I don't, aside from the sparring and stuff like that, you must have been fighting every couple weeks or something.
We were
like
fighting every couple of weeks when we were young. Like, you know, like we had like a league that we fight. Like when we were junior, we were fighting every city. In every city, like you know, this city against this city, this city against this, and after, you know, they bring all fighters in a tournament called the challenge. It's called the challenge.
Got you.
And they put the first gold and silver medal. And gold and silver from junior and senior, and they all fight each other. So it was crazy, like you know, non-stop.
Wow.
Like they keep fighting non-stop.
So, being that you had all the success, it seemed like it's like it's a rough environment, but you know, you're succeeding, you're thriving and all of that. Why did you leave and come here?
Was a lot of like, you know, a lot of politics, you know, like there's a lot of things happened to me which made me really upset, made me want to leave. Like, you know, like when I needed support from my team and the boxing federations didn't really support me. I was forced to go to army when I was in college.
Oh,
and it's not
so
allowed. It's
were
not
they?
allowed.
Oh, so sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but so they didn't support you. And you're part of the national team. You're supposed to get some kind of support, like compensation, or stipend, or something like
connected.
that.
Like they're all connected, but you know, the junior team trainer wants me to go like to the army. Like, oh, it's easy, so you can finish your army, so we don't have to get you like a permission to travel all the time, and you can finish it with your high school. But I say I'm in college, so it's not legal to take me from college to put me in the army with high school. Is like, so I'm like, they were putting pressure on me. The Marines come to the house, the parachute come to the house, the Air Force come to the house to my dad. They want to take me to fight for the team.
Represent the, okay.
To represent the team.
Okay,
I'm like, what's going on? I don't want to be in. I used to cry to my dad. I was like, I don't want to be there. So after this, they told me, if you don't go to the army, you're not traveling with the team. Because they're all connected. This person is taking money from this team, this person taking money from this team. So it's all like, you know,
corruption.
So they don't care about the fighter himself.
They care about the money that the government's putting out so that they can put it in their
pocket. It's $1 million prize for the team who won, for the team who won. It's not $1 million, $1 million Egyptian pound. Right. This time was a lot.
Yeah.
For all the teams, for runners and boxer and whatever.
Right.
And you get 500. They give you 500 Egyptian pound.
Yeah.
That's like, you know. So when I was in the army, so I went to the parachute for 2 years, and I was there.
You said parachute, like a paratrooper, like jumping out of planes?
Yeah. So I was there for 2 years. And for me to come to the United States, like before I left, I was the best result in Arab, Africa. I was ranked number 4 in the world as an amateur fighter.
Yeah.
I was like, I was coming here to fight in a World Championship in Chicago.
Right.
I arrived to the airport, and I left in the airport from the exit. My friend was coming to say hi to me. So he saw me coming out of the exit door. I was like, let's go. He's like, he took me.
Wow.
Took care of me. He put me in one of his friend's house. He took care of me.
Was he a fighter too?
He was a fighter. He was actually a world champion in Sanda. It was second place. Like he took second place in the world.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
He was from my neighborhood. I was looking up to him. He was amazing.
Oh, that's cool, man.
He was an amazing fighter. And I'm like, man, he was a Sanda fighter. I was like, I'm gonna leave. You know, and I left with him, you know.
That's cool. I was actually going to ask, how'd you made your connection to the fight scene in New York?
I didn't even think about it.
Like, what was the plan here? Like, what was going through your mind?
I didn't really have a plan. All what I was thinking about is like boxing. I'm going to become a professional. Watch Rocky. I'm going to become a professional, become a world champion.
Yeah.
You know, and take care of my family. I was thinking when I go to the gym, I'll get sponsored by Adidas and Nike, whatever. Like, is this what you see in the movies?
That's the dream, man. Yeah.
It's like a dream. I'm like, I'm gonna come. And, first week I was there. My uncle.
Yeah.
He lives actually in New York.
Okay.
He had a store in Astoria, and I was 2 days sitting, don't know what to do. I told the guy was so nice, Egyptian guy.
Yeah.
I stay with him. He told me, you want to talk to your uncle? I was like, yes. And he called my uncle for me. He told me, I will take you there. And he took me to Astoria.
Wow.
I went to see my uncle. I didn't see my uncle for 13 years.
Yeah.
I was like a stranger from him. But when he saw me, he asked me, whatever you want, what do you need? And my uncle told me, it's good to start working.
That's beautiful.
When you come, you have to start working so you understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Because life here is hard.
Yeah.
So I start working in a pizzeria. Doing delivery, in a bike, running everywhere. It's like New York life. So after 2 months of me working, my uncle told me, hey, let's go to the gym. I'll take you to Gleason Gym. I went to Gleason, jump the rope, training. He saw me, he's like, hey, what do you want to do? I was like, I want to fight. He told me, I'm going to help you. So he supported me. He told me.
Your uncle?
My uncle, he supported me in the start. First couple of months, he was giving me money. He told me, listen, I want just you to fight.
Yeah.
When he saw me, he was so happy. He saw me sparring with really good fighters, and I was doing great. And he was like, when you go to Gleason's, back in the days, it was all professional.
Yeah.
If you want to do 20 rounds of sparring with really good fighters, you will do it.
Yeah.
It used to be like that. So I went there. you know, after a couple of months,
Right.
you know, they say, hey, like Bruce, the owner of the gym, he told
Right.
me, we can get you a fight. I was like, where is in Philly? I'm like, Philly? Okay,
They got
sure.
some fighters out in Philly.
But I don't know. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, I don't know anything. I was like, yeah, sure. I was sparring, training really hard. I was training with Hector Roca, one of the best, one of the most famous like trainers. He was a trainer for Arturo Gatti and Hassan Rahman, and like a lot of really
Killers.
world champions.
Killers.
So I worked with him.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I worked with him for my first professional fight. So
Right.
I was training with him. So I was gonna fight. My fight was in Blue Horizon, one of the most famous arena in Philly.
Right.
Like it's like a dog fight. The ring is in the bottom.
Yeah.
And you see like the seat is around.
Yeah,
and like,
yeah.
And you are down. It's
Right.
like a dog fight.
Yeah.
And I was sitting, and my friend, he told me, you know, when you fight in Philly, you have to kill the guy. I was like, what you mean? He told me, you have to kill the guy so you can win.
Yeah.
Philly fighters, even if they have a loss, they are not easy. And I was like, really? I was like, what I'm gonna do now? I was like, it's stressing me like 30 minutes before the fight, right? Like, he's like, you know what? I told him, man, I'm prepared. He told me, just don't give a chance, keep going. I'm like, okay. So first round I go, I did not stop from first until last round. I
Right.
dropped him. He was a really good fighter. I dropped him. I won the fight. I was like, wow. Like I won my first professional fight. I was in Philly Press.
Right.
In the first page. He's talking about me.
Oh,
I was like,
wow.
wow. You know, like it was amazing. You know, and I go back to Gleason's like 2 days after. I'm training in the gym.
Yeah.
And Bruce is looking at me like the owner of the gym. So, how was it? Did you win? I said, yes, I won. He didn't believe. He was like, oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
I said, yes, I'm training hard to win, not to lose. You know, I'm not going there to lose.
Right.
After he offered me another fight in Philly, and you know, like world champion from Egypt, he told me, man, you know, this setting you up to go to lose.
Yeah.
I said, but I'm training hard. I don't care about this. I was fighting with an undefeated fighter. His name Pedro Martinez, really strong fighter.
You know what his record was?
Yeah,
roughly?
it was undefeated. Like it was like 3-0.
Okay.
You know, like he was just starting, but he was a really good fighter.
Right.
And I'm going to fight him in his gym, in his hometown.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. I was like, oh, it's set up. I'm like, God, again. But I go first round. I feint him. I saw his hand like down.
Yeah.
Right hand in the top. He goes
Sleep.
down. He gets up.
Oh, okay.
Drop him again. I drop him 3 times. I won by
That's it.
because
Yeah.
he's really tough. He comes back like aggressive, non-stop. And you know, like thank God, the blessing of I won the fight.
Right.
And after this, like you know, I had a manager who's interested in me. He's Australian. He's like, hey,
You say he's Australian?
Australian, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm interested in you and take you. So he started managing me. And I was working. So I was working. I was doing delivery still. I work in a place in the financial district.
Right.
I was doing delivery. And in the afternoon, it's not busy, so I work early in the morning. In the afternoon, I go to train at Gleason's, come back to work at night. I was working like this for so long.
Yeah.
And my uncle was supporting me, like he never stopped supporting me.
That was beautiful, man.
Yeah, so
That's
like
beautiful.
I was working delivery, making my money, fighting with all these Latin kids. They're amazing, but they were a good motivation, you know, like it was really hard.
So I saw a picture, where did Don King jump and fit into all of this? That you're doing your thing, you're undefeated, and at what point, and you said you got the manager, so at what point, because I seen Don King, so was he trying to be a manager or was he just a promoter for the...
No, so he was a promoter for the show,
Right.
and I signed a promotion contract with him, like, you know, and he told me, I'll give you a bonus for signing bonus, I'll give you like a couple $1,000.
Yeah.
And after, you know, okay, so I was supposed to fight this guy.
Yeah.
And I was preparing for him. I go there, and it's not him. They brought me to 5 days before the fight. And I'm sitting, I don't know who I'm fighting.
Yeah.
They switch 3 fighters. They say, you're fighting this, you're fighting this, you're fighting this.
Yep.
And one of the organizers told me, no, you're fighting this kid. I know his name, Mac Truck. You're fighting this kid, he's 23 years old. I'm like, who I'm fighting?
Yeah.
You know, my trainer, Michael Olaji, is a former world champion, amazing, amazing trainer.
Yeah.
He told me, listen, it is a setup.
Yeah.
They bring you here to lose. What do you think? You want to leave? We can get our tickets and we leave. Or you want to stay? I say, I train really hard that I'm not giving up on this. I'm going to win this fight. I don't know. Doesn't matter who I'm fighting. I don't know who I'm fighting. So we kept training over there, focusing. Doesn't matter who I'm going to fight.
Yep.
So I fought with this kid. He was undefeated.
Yep.
And all his fights are by knockouts. I said, okay. So I'm 10 rounds fight. Okay, so I fought with him. I humiliate him. 10 rounds, I humiliate him, really. And they make me lose split decision, 3-2. I'm like, come on.
Wow.
I'm like, I was telling him, like, you didn't win, man. Like, I won this fight. Everyone knows I won this fight. Man, I humiliate him, really. Humiliate him. I taught him boxing. I hurt him really bad. Yeah, my hand was down all the fight. Like, and they were saying, oh, Prince Nasib, because I was putting my hand down, playing with him. And he's like 40, more. It was almost 50 pounds more over. They would tell him, oh, you fight small guys, small heavyweight.
Wow.
There was this guy is 50 pounds more than me.
Wow.
I abuse this kid and they give him the win.
Yeah.
Oh, split decision. How everyone know? Split decision, they give it to the kid. They're not gonna give it to, I was 38 years old.
Yeah.
And he's 23. They give it to him. His promoter, his support, he's undefeated, so they give it to him.
Yeah.
But, I know I won. Everyone knows I won, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Right.
You want to
So,
talk about Sanda?
I mean, shit.
Yeah.
I thought realistically, I thought we were gonna talk more about Sanda. We talking about fucking boxing. I'm like, damn, where did Sanda go, man?
No, Sanda. So when I was a kid, like in Sanda, I fought in the junior tournament.
Yes.
And I was like, no, I started when I was like 16 years old, fighting.
Yeah.
I fought in the cadet tournament.
Yeah.
You know. No, in the junior tournament. Then I was like 17 years old, first tournament. And the trainer told me, listen, if you win this tournament, I give you a membership as a horseback riding, like it's horse owners club.
Yeah,
it's one of the biggest club in Egypt. I was like, really? He's like, yes, just take a first place. I'm like, okay. So I go, okay, so we fight the city first, everyone knockout first round. Like saying God, you know. And I used to knock out wrestling. I used to take them up and go down with them. When I go down,
Right, because Sanda is wrestling,
so I was doing
takedowns,
boxing
throws, and all
and
that.
kick and wrestling. I was not even hurting them with my hand. I used to take them down, and that's it. So I won. I took first place.
Yeah.
They gave me the membership. Like I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It's for me and my family. It was amazing. You know, it's a big club. Like, you know.
Yep.
So like I did this, and after in a senior tournament, like I was first year senior, and my trainer told me, hey, you're gonna do it. But I was not really even training Sanda. I used to stretch. I'm flexible. I have a good kick, like from before. Like I'm boxing all the time.
Yeah.
He told me come to fight in Sanda. I was like, I'm going. So I go to this tournament. It's a senior tournament.
Yeah.
I had 5 fights, 5 knockouts. The longest fight, like, was first round every fight. The longest fight, and with kick, like I was knocking out with kick. I'm boxing.
I was gonna ask you that too.
With kick, with kick. Like I had 3 knockouts, boxing, 1 knockout, kick first round, and the last one, it was the second round. The start of the second round was the only fight last long.
Yeah.
I knocked him out in the first round. It was amazing.
Crazy.
It was world champions. It was the best fighters in Egypt because Egypt is really good in Sanda.
Yeah.
I had 2 world champions with me in the same tournament, and I was a kid.
Wow.
And I did a kickboxing tournament too. It was really good. Like, it was like amazing. One of my favorite fights. I fought with one of my best friends. And he's really strong. We are best friends now, but really strong. You know, like, but it was good blend.
You knocked him out?
No, I did not. It was not my division.
Oh, okay.
I was within 70 kilogram.
Okay.
And he was like, it was a fight with 82 kilogram or something like that. And I was young, and he was senior, and I was junior.
Yeah.
He was really strong.
Yeah.
But he thought he can outbox me. So when he felt like, okay, first round,
Right.
Okay, the second and the third, like only boxing. He wanted to box me. So okay, you wanna box me? Okay, let's
box
go.
me, okay.
So I'm like, okay, that's easy. You know, so I won the fight. It was amazing. I don't know. I've been really like, I don't know, like, and
You have a
after
lot of
this,
experience too.
after this, you know, like Egypt was talking about me. Oh, like, like he left the team. Blah blah blah. But my friend from the Sanda team. He's a trainer, one of the best trainers in the world. He told me, hey, why you don't come to fight in the World Championship? Because I want this weight. Like Egypt never got a medal in heavyweight, and they say, we want you to come. I was like, man, I didn't fight this like for 15 years. I didn't fight Sanda.
So this is more recently.
And I was like,
so this is more recently?
No, this was 2013.
Okay.
And I have 2023 too.
Oh, okay.
The end of it, I had. So I went and I fought. I took third place in the world. It was really hard. I was training with these kids. And these kids were like, like really strong, really tough. I was like, so hard for me. Anyway, thank God, I managed, like, with the blessing of God, I took third place in the world. And after, I didn't think I would fight again. And after, another tournament, it was, after 10 years, I fought again in the World Championship in Texas. I took a bronze medal again. And I was the fighter like of their 2024 in April. They put me like the international Sanda Federation. I was the fighter of the year for 2024.
That's what's up,
you know? Like because 10 years apart, so my age and like with no preparation, I went and I took third place for the second time, 10 years apart. So it was amazing. One of the things you did to make ends meet while you were here was also being a bouncer. I work as a doorman. At Bagatelle.
Okay.
For almost 12 years.
Wow.
I met the owner in the gym. Became good friends. I told him I need to make more money because, my uncle passed away. So I had to take him to Egypt. I came back. I was not feeling good. I was like, I need to make more money. So I started working. He told me, why you don't come work for me? I work in a club. First he used to own. After I worked for his restaurant in Bagatelle for 12 years. After COVID happened, they closed. After now I work at Maison Close. I'm a host and a doorman over there for almost 2 years from Thursday open. So I had to work because it's not really enough money. From fighting, like biggest fight, 25,000, 30,000. What you gonna make? Like you working really hard. You're taking off like 3 months. Your work.
It doesn't really.
I have kids. I have kids I have to take care of. It was really hard for me, so I have to work. It's really hard working at night and training and But to be honest, like they were always being supportive to me. They would let me go early, go home early, so I can rest.
That's wonderful, man. That's probably because of your character, and they believe in you, and they know that you have a good spirit.
I were really good friends. Like where I work right now at Maison Close, they're really supportive. Like they let me go early. They give me time off before my fights. Like they try, they try to help me with whatever. They're amazing.
So while you were a doorman, and even back when you were working at the other place before quarantine, I mean, New York can be a pretty rough place. I mean, especially working in the nightlife. You know what I'm saying? Really people have a couple things to drink. A little too much drink or whatever. They get a little liquid courage, and they want to test you. They want to test your skills. So. Without mentioning any names, what's one of the more interesting situations that you got into? Where you had to give somebody a free lesson?
I was working before, and actually it was like, you know, the guy, like, he was so drunk. I was talking to the customers, like trying to take, like, I was trying to walk someone inside, and this guy's telling me, oh, I'm a cop, like, and he was so drunk. I was like, so, you know, like, I cannot let you in, you're really intoxicated, you cannot move, you know. And he showed me his badge in my face. I was like, I cannot let you in. So he hit me with a badge in my face, and I hit him in the same time, like, okay. I said, you put your hand on me, it's okay,
That's it.
it's over. So I actually was a slap. I didn't close my eyes, I slapped him back, he was in the floor. And okay, and after he looked at me, like, he got up, he looked at me, he was like, and he started running. So I'm gonna, like, I didn't wanna, like, make a problem. You know, he's drunk. And once like, I was working, I don't wanna say names, this place.
There you go.
I was a big family sitting, we're really nice people, but a family, you know, Italian family, all sitting. And this guy walk inside, he got drunk. He just didn't do anything, but he bumped into them. And after all, they want to kill him.
Oh, man.
So like a big family, you know. So I jumped in, I was like, no one is touching him. And they were looking at him, I was like, no one is gonna touch him. I grab him, and they don't wanna leave him. I was like, no. I took him from the back door. I walk him out. Because I was feeling bad, I put him in a cab. Yeah. And he comes back, and he gave me a book, like a coffee table book.
Yeah.
And he told me, it's a present for you. I told him, you know what? This book looks so familiar because someone sent me a picture about fighting.
Yeah.
And actually it was my picture in it and my name in it. They were saying, like, my picture in it and my name was in it.
Right.
Because they were doing like a project, like before the fight and after the fight, you know, like what's happening. So my picture was in the book.
Wow.
It was a big coffee, expensive coffee book.
Wow.
And that was my picture, and I was like,
wow.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's cool, man.
But I try to, like, even when people like try to get aggressive, no. Like, and where I work now is really like, it's good, classy place.
Yeah, really chill. You don't really
No
get into
chills, all family, or like the people coming just to have fun.
Yeah.
You know, when small things happen, you know, we have a security working. And people really respect when you talk to them, because, you know, like, I cannot fight no one, you know, like, I never, like, I don't want, like, I always pray, like, I never fight no one, because it's not good, you know, like, if you know how to fight, you should not fight no one.
Yeah, for real, man, same thing. I don't want to get into no problems in the street. I mean, I know what I'm capable of, I know what I can do to this person, and that's enough for me. I don't have to show them, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you put your hands on me or my people, again, you get a free lesson.
People get so mad sometimes, they push me around. It's like, okay, I'm not even touching you.
Man.
You know, like, I was once in Montauk having fun with my friend, and this guy starts getting aggressive with me. I told him, I don't want to fight you. I was like, what? I said, I don't want to fight you. He's like, let's go outside. I go outside with him, and all my friends, and I say, you're not fighting me only, you're fighting all these guys. They're gonna, like, destroy you. And the police is standing, and I was like, I don't want to fight. I was like, tomorrow you're gonna come and say so. And really, you found me on Instagram, say, I'm so sorry, I didn't know you're a fighter. Thank God we didn't fight. I was like, yes, thank God, because I don't want to fight you. There's no need for me to fight or prove anything.
I don't want to do it to you, man. I'm gonna do it's gonna be a bad week for you, man.
Yeah. But thank God. I've been blessed. Thank God. Like, I pray every day, like, you know. Not hurt, not to get hurt.
Yeah. With the altercations that you got into, you know, you used your boxing and all that stuff, and did you have to do anything out of the norm for you? You just needed a couple boom, 1, 2, 3.
You don't need too much.
You don't need too much, right?
Too much, you know. Whatever you can see is hurting you. It's like, speed.
What do you think about self-defense styles like Krav Maga and all of this stuff? I mean, do you think? I mean, you didn't need it. So
I never, like, you know what? I have respect for everyone, but
yeah.
I don't know really. Like, I don't see it. Like, man, you have your hands.
Yeah.
You know, if someone doing this thing, you have a good reaction as a fighter. You, that's it. You don't need to do much. You know that. You don't need to do much to fight in the street or whatever. Like, if you know how to fight, yeah. That's it, you know?
Yeah, man.
Like, Krav Maga, like, I don't know really. Like,
Me neither.
I see the movement and everything. It looks cool.
Yeah,
it looks
it
nice.
looks- yeah.
I don't know if you can use it really in a real fight. I don't know, man. Right?
I don't know.
God bless everyone.
Yeah,
right?
there you go. There you go. I know boxing and wrestling works in the street fight.
You can destroy
You know,
someone.
I've seen
Slam.
judo work in the street fight.
Yeah.
I've seen boxing.
Yeah.
I've seen, wrestling,
Yeah.
slam somebody,
Slam
get up
the
and
sit.
just throwing hands. I've
You
seen
don't
wrestlers
even
do
need
that.
to, like one slam.
That's it. Yeah,
Muay Thai.
I'm saving Muay Thai for last. What I was going to say?
Muay Thai.
Yes. Muay Thai. I've seen Muay Thai. I saw. There's a video. You might have seen it years ago. It was this is a security guard, black dude, and he had his uniform on, and he got into some kind of argument or something with somebody. I think it was a customer or something like that. And then they were outside, and the customer was like this hood dude, whatever, and he went to try to fight him. And then the security guard, he had a security uniform on, he had his braid, he had all that, and then he was just like, the guy started throwing, he went in like this, it was like, bow, boom, clinched him up here, boom, boom,
Oh, God.
boom, 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 boom. I mean, lighting him up. Knotting his ass up, man. He was lighting him up. So I've seen, Muay Thai, boxing, all of that work in the street fight. The Krav Maga and stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen it.
I never seen
Not that it doesn't work or anything like that. You just don't see it, But then again, it's not like everybody's
know.
just out here looking for street fights to film, you know what I'm saying? You mostly don't see skilled people fighting in the street anyway.
Yeah.
If you really think about it like that.
You always avoid.
Of course.
Only sick people they like to.
Yeah, man, like,
You don't feel good.
Yeah.
Have a couple of drinks. You feel good. Oh, let's go. I'm like, come on, man.
looking back on your life and everything you've been through and everything you've survived, having your children and your family and all of that, what is it, some advice that you would give to the 12-year-old you or any 12-year-old, any child, anybody that's coming up in the game or who has a dream and wants to compete and wants to do this? What advice would you give to yourself? And what advice would you give to them kids?
Dedication. If you want to reach anything, you can,
Yeah.
Nothing is hard. This is simple. It's not hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. Hard work will make you reach it.
Yes.
Like nothing can stop you. If your head is there, and you're working really hard, and you have your goal in front of you.
Yeah.
Just write everything down. Say, God, I want 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's a blessing of God too.
Yeah.
You're gonna reach it if you believe in it.
Yeah.
God will bring everything together to you, and it's gonna work. If you believe you can be a world champion, you will be a world champion. If you want to be an actor, you'll be an actor. If you want to be a model, if you want to be a soccer player, whatever you want. I came from nowhere. Thank God, I'm a world champion in a couple of sports. I represented Egypt for internationally for 2 sports.
Yeah.
And I was a world champion for both.
Yes.
I did not have support. The only one watching me was my mom. So 2 fights.
Right.
My father watched me on TV, and I took a gold medal in African Games, and he was like, So, whatever. If you want it, you have it. You're gonna have it. No support from family, no support from anyone around you. There's a lot of corruption and whatever. It doesn't matter. There's no excuse. If you want it, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah.
And hopefully 2025, I have a good news coming. So
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
maybe, we'll be back again. We have to fight for this money.
We're gonna
Big
see.
prize.
We're gonna see.
Soon.
All right. I'll be there to support you, brother.
All right, bro.
So now we're gonna get into the sparring portion of Spar Talk. And the first round, we're gonna do 3-minute rounds of boxing, and then we're gonna do a 4-minute round of grappling. All right. Stay tuned.
job, huh? You still got it.
A little bit, a little something. Thank you for the lesson.
Thank you. Oh, listen. Yeah.
Thanks for, it was fun. Thanks for being nice to me and that up jab, that lead uppercut.
Yeah.
I love that lead uppercut. And then I think you were throwing. Was it a hook? It was something you was throwing. It was the uppercut, but then it was something else off the hip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good shot, man. Good shot. Good footwork.
Thank you.
You know, I know I'm in there with a professional.
Come on, bro.
Really good.
Great work.
Thank you.
Still get it, huh?
A little bit. You know, I try a little bit. I try, man.
bro.
Anything you can tell me I can work on? Anything like that?
Yeah, just defense, moving my head. Try to throw your jab more.
Okay.
Because you always focus on the right before the hook. So
Right.
try to close your distance with the jab.
Yep.
And after when you reach, you
Yeah.
can do whatever.
Yeah.
But from far, coming with the right, you open.
Yeah.
That's why I was doing my upper, moving with you.
Right.
Just use your jab a lot. Jab, I move my head. Jab, so to close the distance, after you can go.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. Well, appreciate it. You need anything else from us, Samir?
Sure.
Huh?
Sure.
I mean, that's pretty much it. I came here for a free lesson.
Yeah, come on, bro.
I was like, okay,
It's my
cool.
pleasure working with you guys.
There you
Thank
go. Same, brother.
Thank
Same.
you, guys.
All right. So look. The next round we're gonna do 4 minutes of grappling. Oh man. I'll see you in a little bit, all right, y'all?
Let's go.
All right, we'll start now. All right. Had our little grappling round, that was cool. Yeah, man, you still got it. You still got that good defense.
Have to try.
Yeah.
I'll do my best.
You can tell that when he does his MMA, he's making sure that he keeps that fight standing. He's being very intelligent. He's using a lot of hand fighting. And just like a boxer would, like himself, would use his jab to keep his opponent at range, he's using his control of the wrists and the hips to keep me out and keep me away from him. Also, he's just got good takedown defense just in general, like good wrestling. Because even when we went down the first time, I didn't think he was going to turn me. I was like, oh, okay, cool. He know what he's doing down here. Okay, good. And then I was like, okay, cool, I'm going to get out. I'm going to take his back, though.
Hang out with a lot of friends. Hang out with a lot of friends. All my friends are Olympic wrestlers, Olympians. Like my best friend is a gold medal in Athens, silver medal in London.
Damn.
Yeah. 97 kilogram. He's a legend of Egypt. Like
What style of wrestling?
Greek Roman.
Yeah, what was your view of the grappling?
He's really strong and tough. Trying to grab me, I try to keep my distance with him. Try to move more. It's not easy. Oh, he's lucky today. He's lucky I didn't submit him. No, it's really, he's rough, man. He's strong. Man. He's really strong.
Thank you.
Very strong guy. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, thank you.
He grabbed my hand, I'm like, wow, he gets it. Yeah, for lightweight, he's really strong.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah. So the first way he got me down was he went for a guillotine, and I was like, okay, cool, go for a guillotine, that's fine. We got down to the floor. I was like, okay, cool, I'm in a better position. Yeah. Then he headlocked me and then rolled me. I was like, oh, okay, cool. But I'm comfortable here. I was like, all right, cool. And I was like, I felt my head slipping out a little bit. I shaved my head for this. So I felt my head slipping out a little bit. And I was like, yeah, it's just a matter of time. I mean, he's going to squeeze. And I'm like, I'm fine. I'm comfortable here. I've been like there under like guys who are really, really strong and stuff like that. And they squeeze. And I'm like, as long as I'm not getting choked or my teeth aren't going to break, I don't care. Yeah. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to pop out. And then, I'm going to be out. And then we're going to see what happens. Yeah. And I wasn't able to take his back because he turned, which was smart. But I was able to take the top and then start trying to pin his legs together and stuff like that. What I should have did was I should have hit him with the Khabib, which is when you step over. Yeah. I forgot what it's called. It's a wrestling term for it. But Khabib Magomedov, after he gets your legs here, he would step over and then cross his feet and lock him there. So now he can use his hands to start working. It was just, you were kind of explosive. And I was like, I don't know if I had the position. So I hesitated, and that cost me. That cost me the position. Yeah. So, but no, very good hand fighting, man. Like, now imagine full MMA from where you got hands and all that stuff, and you already have really good footwork, man. Yeah, that no wonder you knocked that dude out in 12 damn seconds, man. Because I don't know what he thought he was gonna do.
Yeah, I try to, like, for me when we were sparring, I tried to headlock him. Yeah. I didn't go for. I was not thinking to tap him actually.
Okay.
I was thinking troll you and keep going.
Yeah.
From there, and I wasn't thinking about like finishing.
Oh, okay.
No, I was thinking like to
more
take
control.
Try to take another point. That's it. Like I was not thinking of headlocking you, but
Yeah.
I like the arm on
Yeah.
arm on the head from wrestling. I throw all the time.
Right.
This is worried. This fucking floor is like it cannot be thrown here.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't be too mad. It's not like super hard. It's not fun.
No, it's not fun.
But I've been throwing on harder.
I know for sure.
But
no
I'm
floor,
not.
for
Yeah.
sure.
But yeah, we
For sure, bro.
old now. We old.
No,
We got old bones.
I'm 23 still.
23 still.
I'm not 40. I'm 23. Fuck it.
Well, the last technique, I looked at the time and I was like, damn. I wanted to get inside and then cut your leg and then sweep.
Yeah.
But this dude just solid, so I went boom, and that was it. I went boom, and I was like, oh shoot. So then I just, I got stuck in the position I got stuck in. But no, he's solid, man. It's fun roll. I want to train with him.
Sure, let's do it man, anytime.
Yeah.
Hopefully 2025 will be a good year and
Yeah.
can do it, man.
Yeah, because I want to see you win, man. If you compete again, and I don't know if I'm gonna compete again, but I keep flirting with the idea, but I don't know. Yeah.
Have to have it or no?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I want to make this money for my kids and my family. That's
Yeah,
it.
man.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
You know?
Uh-huh.
God willing. You know?
Yes, sir.
God
Yes,
willing.
sir. Inshallah.
Inshallah.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, guys.
All right.
Spar talk.
Thank you, Spar Talk.
Thank you, guys.
So another episode of Spar Talk wrapped up
Yep.
with Mr. Ahmed Samir.
Yes.
So how was the sparring?
Let's just say I'm glad to have all my teeth and no black eyes or any cuts or anything like that. It was very good. He did a lot of little things that really made me appreciate being in there with him and things that I could really learn about myself. You know what I'm saying? He gave me a couple pointers after and everything, and I'm going to take those and I'm going to make those improvements.
Okay, so we're good for this episode. Who you fighting next week? King Kong, a Pokemon, Kim Kardashian?
Oh, man. Luigi Mangione.
Luigi.
You guys know
Okay, so that's who is fighting next week.
Yeah.
Okay, just a quick call like that. So for the show, we're going to see military, NYPD, law enforcement, a lot of people, but we're also tapping into some celebrities like Tom Hardy, who's doing jiu-jitsu, Wiz Khalifa, who is doing Muay Thai and MMA, 50 Cent, who is good with the boxing. So, guys, if you want to come to the show, for interview and fighting with us, you're welcome. We're gonna reach out to you anyway. So, whenever you're ready, whenever they're ready, we're good to go. Okay? Right. My brother, pleasure as usual.
Yep.
See you at the next episode.